Hello, welcome, good day, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to another video in the IELTS Writing Task 2 Essay video series. These videos help you to create a basic structure for different essay topics. And today's topic is cause and effect. As you can see from the pictures, that the topic is quite obvious, and the topic is obesity. So in today's video, we're going to look at another type of essay, as I've mentioned, cause and effect. Simply put, it's asking you what the cause is or causes are, and what the effect is or effects are of a particular issue. Today's question is, in current society, many people are struggling with obesity. What are the main causes of this and what are the effects? So there's our statement. So we've got two things. We've got to talk about the causes and talk about the effects. So keywords, I've underlined the keywords as you should get in the habit of doing. The main topic is obesity. The subtopics are current society and many people struggling. The reason is because we need to make sure we're going to write about exactly what we should write about. Today's society, not a general thing about obesity over any period of time currently. And some people, we don't talk about all we don't write about everyone. So they're the main topic and subtopics. As I said, get into the habit of doing this for all your essays. Break them down to make sure that you are writing about the correct thing. Okay, so generating ideas. One good habit to get into is to simplify the questions. Make them simple. Just write it down in a simplified form. This is a simplified question. Why are some people overweight? It's the same as what are the causes of obesity? So there's a simple question, but it means the same thing. What happens because of this? Okay, what are the effects? So what is the result? When people are fat, what happens to them, basically? So simplify the questions. If it makes them more understandable to you and easier for you to think about, then simplify the questions. Okay, so I've written down three things: a lack of exercise, an unhealthy diet, and a sedentary lifestyle. Means not walking anywhere, always sitting down, for example, watching TV, playing games, but never doing anything really physical. That's what we mean by a sedentary lifestyle. And what happens? Health issues, of course, depression. Many people get depressed because of their weight. Feelings of inferiority. People look down on them. This is a fact of life. People laugh at fat people, overweight people. That's just the way it is, unfortunately. So these people often feel inferior because of their weight. So I've just listed some ideas. This is your brainstorming. So we've got three ideas and we're going to choose the ideas that we can develop in the best way. For most people, from my personal experience as a teacher, most people will choose diet and health because they're the two easiest things and the two most common things that are related to this topic. So we get our list and we place them in some kind of structured order. So when you choose your idea, you should list the idea there. This is going to become your topic sentence, but you don't have to put the topic sentence now. But you should think about the reason for this. So make some notes about the reasons why people have unhealthy diets? And think of some examples. Just make notes. So you're building your structure slowly. You're going to develop these notes into full-blown sentences in a logical sequence. So health issues. Again, this will be a topic sentence. Why do people have health issues? What happens? So I've made some notes. And then I've made some notes on what can be an example. Okay, my example is slightly different, but again, you're just writing notes and then you're going to choose the best ones. So this information will be the result of your brainstorming ideas and your planning. So you should have your essay structure kind of laid out. In this video, we're not doing we're going to do the title after, just as a kind of review, but we're not doing the conclusion because this is more about structuring your essays and looking at the main body paragraphs. These things are the most important things in any essay. Okay, so once we've done all that, we can actually build our essay. So this is the first paragraph. I've color coded it for you to use your linkers, your topic sentence, your supporting reason, an example, and a summary sentence. Summary sentence is optional. I recommend you try to do one. If you don't, it's okay. So we've got a discourse marker. This tells the examiner this is the first point, the beginning of the essay. One of the main causes of obesity in today's world is the consumption of unhealthy food. This topic sentence tells the examiner what the paragraph is about, eating unhealthy food. This is because, again, this is our marker that tells the examiner that I'm writing about the reason for this. This is the reason for our topic. Everything points back to the topic sentence, as we know. So you will hear me referring back to it all the time, just so you can get that idea in your head. Everything must refer back to the topic sentence. Okay, this is because a large proportion of the food eaten by a percentage of people is low in nutrition, is high in calories, in sugar and salt, among other things. They also eat large portions of these types of food. This ultimately leads to excessive weight gain. So this is the reason or supporting sentence which tells the examiner why you've written this. This explains this. Then you give your example. For instance, clear indicator that this is an example. A recent TV documentary in the USA highlighted the marked increase in excessive body weight of those with bad diets, mainly because of a lack of education in health and low-income families where individuals find it difficult, I should say, or find difficult to maintain a nutritious diet. So here's an example of why I've made the topic sentence. Again, it points back. And then summary sentence. Thus, it can be seen that the link between consuming non-healthy food and obesity is clearly defined. So this topic sentence reiterates this and summarizes the paragraph. I've given a word count there, word count for each part, so you can add it together and get an idea of your paragraph sizes. Should be between 80 and 100 words, which will even out your essay nicely. Remember, there are different ways that you can write a paragraph, not in the structure, but in the things you put in the structure. You can use lots of different vocabulary, lots of different kinds of grammar, but the structure should never change. So we go on to our second paragraph. Nevertheless, so what we're saying is this is the opposite view. This issue results in, among other things, so there are other things, but I'm going to talk about major health issues. Tells the examiner what this paragraph is going to be about. major health issues. This issue is talking about obesity. So we're linking this paragraph back to the title. But we don't want to say obesity results. We don't need to, because this issue, we've already discussed part of this issue. So we'll just refer to it with a pronoun. Okay, the reason for this, again, another linker, is that as the body increases, in weight, the metabolism slows down and more effort is needed to fight diseases, which in turn makes one more susceptible to chronic illnesses. This results in more frequent medical treatment, which puts more pressure on health services. So this is supporting this. Major health issues. Here's a reason why obesity is causing major health issues. According to the BMA, which is the British Medical Association, figures show that spending on obesity-related treatment has increased by 50% over the last 10 years, compared to 20% over the previous 10 years. So here's an example sentence. According to the, if it's a published work, that means there's clear evidence that this has been researched, so it's a clear example. So here's our example, and consequently, as a result, the increase in weight-related ailments means illness, is as a result of our unhealthy diet. So we're summarizing this and the paragraph. There's no word count here, but you can count the words and just make sure you stay on track for your 250. When you do the word count, and you get an idea of how big a sentence looks when you're writing, it saves you the pain of having to count the words all the time. You could do that at the end. When you finish, you count. Generally, if you stick to the 80, 90 words per paragraph, you should usually hit 250. Shouldn't be a problem. Okay, because we have videos that are dedicated to paraphrasing, we have videos which are dedicated to paraphrasing, but for this essay, we'll do the paraphrasing of the titles, just as a bit of practice, really. In case you haven't paraphrased for a while and not forgotten, I hope you haven't forgotten, but you just haven't done it for a while. We'll practice it. So, here's the title. My method of advice that I advise students to do is to break the title up into chunks, paraphrase each one. So what I've done is I've broken it up into 3 chunks. It's a short title, so we can do it with both long and short titles. In current society, many people are struggling with obesity. In today's world, in society currently, so what I've done is in society currently, adverb. In the world today, all of these mean the same thing. A large percentage of citizens, many people, a large number of individuals, many people, lots of people, are struggling with obesity, are battling obesity, not battling with, just battling obesity, have difficulty coping with being obese, difficulty coping with, struggling with, have obesity issues. So you can choose any of those and they all bolt together. So what I've done is I've chosen this one, and this one. In today's world, large percentage of citizens have obesity issue. I could just as easily say, in current society, a large number of individuals have difficulty coping with being obese. Or I could say, in today's world, lots of people are battling obesity. You can literally bolt them together. Get into the habit of doing this. It's good for your grammar, and it's also good for your paraphrasing skills. So it's 2 in 1. Okay, So for the title, we still have to address the sides of the topic. We've got our title here, but we still have to write our thesis sentence. The thesis sentence tells the examiner what you will cover in your essay. These are the two things we're going to cover: unhealthy diets, major health issues. We're just going to mention them. We're not going to talk about them because that's what we do in the body. This is just, we're going to mention them. So, ways to begin. This essay believes, thinks, is of the opinion. Even though they don't ask you your opinion, you could still say, this is what this essay believes are the causes. No problem with that. This essay believes that there are several reasons and ramifications to this. So we've already got the title here, obesity issues. So this refers back to obesity and will point to unhealthy diets and major health problems as the causes and effects respectively. So respectively, most of you guys should know how that works. This one first, this one second, this one first, this one second. That's what respectively means. So the conclusion can be done in the same way, except for you'll have different points. You'll restate the topic, you'll mention the points in the paragraph and make a final statement. But we're not doing that in this video. Okay, that's the end of the lesson. I hope it was useful. Remember, stop it, watch it, look at how it's broken down. And if you're interested in taking lessons with us, please visit the website. You'll get plenty of material there, and you can also book classes if you want to. And also, we have developed some online courses, a grammar course, a 10-hour IELTS course, and a 20-hour IELTS course. So take a look at those, and thank you for your time. Please subscribe to our channel and see you in the next video.